Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Food for All Oregonians Snack In live from the Oregon State Capitol in Salem. My name is Ivan Hernandez. I use he, him, and his pronouns, and I work at Oregon Food Bank. And I'll be your host of this live stream event, where we'll be here to talk about why Food for All matters and why everybody, especially the kids in Oregon, immigrant children, deserve to have food, which SB 611 would grant them um, with a program like SNAP. I have a few interviews for you all today. We have a lot of kids in their cute little green shirts. So we have a lot coming for you. And please share this stream with your friends and family. And we'll get this started. But to get started, first we're going to interview Chase. And give on 1 second. Okay.
Hi, everyone. My name is Chase Van Langen, he, him pronouns. I'm an organizer here at the Oregon Food Bank. And yeah, on this beautiful day, we're down in Salem at the Oregon State Capitol with dozens of community members, Oregon Food Bank staff, and children to show our legislators why passing Senate Bill 611 is so vital for the children of the state to have access to food assistance.
Yes. Chase, can you tell us a little bit about who we have here and what this event is about?
Of course, like I said, I'm very excited to welcome everyone to our first annual the Oregon Food Bank Snack-In. Like I said, we have a bunch of our own organizers from Oregon Food Bank, parents, community members, and a bunch of kids down here that are making their way to the Capitol right now. And we're going to kind of go office to office and making sure that our legislatures know why passing Food for All Oregonians is so vital to do today.
Okay. Thank you, Chase. No, no. Okay. Chase, and do you know what actions people can take today beyond sharing this with their friends?
Of course, you can watch this live stream as you're sharing it with your friends. I know a lot of our action emails out there go out and for certain things like emailing our legislatures here at the Oregon State Capitol. Make sure that they know that you support Senate Bill 611A or Food for All Oregonians. You can always join different actions that we're doing to kind of pressure those legislatures. You'll get emails for things like phone banks, text banks, pass-through programs, different things like that. So there are a lot of actions to take, but the most important thing here is to stay informed about what's going on with the bill. Make sure you're watching this live stream and any certain updates that are going on, and just making sure that we let our legislators and our as constituents know why passing Food for All Oregonians is so important.
Yes. Thank you so much, Chase. And for those viewing us or seeing us, as I mentioned previously, and that are joining us, I'm here at the Oregon State Capitol. If you've never been here, they have two sides. On this side is the Senate side. Here across the hallway, you'll see different advocates, folks who are lobbyists, and all sorts of other people here. You might even see your legislators walking the halls. Over further along that way is the House side. As you can see, there are people gathering here and advocating for policies that they care about. And I think we see some different people walking through. And Chase, you actually have something for us, right?
I do. These are some of the mini snacks we're going to be having with the kids that we brought today, and the adults. The adults can snack as well. But yeah, like I said, Food for All Oregonians, and we're having the kids kind of go around and make sure that our legislators know why passing Food for All Oregonians is so important.
And can you let us know what's on the backside of those?
Oh goodness, I didn't even know this. It's
Yes.
it's the nutrition facts, which is important for all products all products and food that we're kind of put in our own bodies. But yeah, oh goodness, I need to read it. The nutrition facts on here is actually just a description of Senate Bill 611A, Food for All Oregonians, and yeah, it looks like we're servings per bill. We have 3,200 kids ages 0 through 6 that are going to have access to food assistance and on SNAP on there, and like I said, we have a lot of different facts on what SNAP does, kind of nationwide, but more importantly for our state of Oregon, how many kids it lifts out of poverty, how much medical costs it decrease, how much food insecurity it reduce. It's just showing how important access to food and the access to SNAP is important both in the country and especially in Oregon, which we're trying to expand here today.
Great. Thank you so much, Chase. As Chase mentioned, we have people walking and making their way down here, parents, kids, other community members to talk about this important issue. But we actually do have the first kid who trickled in with their families is actually here. And you want to say hi, Jackie?
Hello. You want to wave to everybody on camera? I
No.
feel like I'm shy
Okay.
still.
It's okay. Do you want to?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we're so excited to be here. I'm Jackie. I use she, her pronouns, and I work at Partners for Hunger Free Oregon. And I am just so honored and excited to be here today. It's so neat to have an opportunity where we can bring our kids and get them involved and educate them about this, and also use that as a communication tool to speak to legislators and let them know that these policies they're talking about and deciding on affect real humans and real people and real children. And being able to bring that reminder into their workplace feels really powerful.
Jackie, you mentioned you're from Partners for Hunger Free Oregon. Can you tell me why Partners for Hunger Free Oregon is involved with the Food for All campaign?
Yeah, we're a statewide anti-hunger advocacy organization. And this is such a central bill for us this session because the communities that are currently excluded from SNAP are are there our neighbors, they're our friends, they're in our spiritual communities, and it's ridiculous when you think about it that they're not allowed to partake in this really important, vital, and central benefit that keeps our kids fed and nourished and growing. And so it's really important for us as an organization, and it's important for me as an individual also to be really active and involved in this.
Yes. And can you tell us who you're here with today?
This is my daughter. This is Alita. She just turned 6 years
Oh,
old
wow.
a couple weeks ago. We had a long drive down, but we listened to some Raffi songs in the car on the way here and are really excited to be here. It's her first time at the state capitol. So we're talking about what's happening in the building, that people are debating and voting and learning about things. And she's been pretty excited to come. So here we are.
And
Anything else you want to say?
can you tell us why this is, as a parent, this bill is important for you?
Oh man, yeah, it really hits home as a parent to look at a 6 year old that I love and that I want to be fed and nourished. I want her to have the energy to grow and learn and play all day and to extend that empathy to other folks. It's so central and it's so vital. And this is such an important bill to pass.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jackie. Welcome.
Thanks for coming in.
Uh, you've heard there, folks, from community members and partners and parents. You heard from advocates like Chase, and we're going to be having more of that as the live stream progresses. We have heard that the kids. There's a large amount of parents and kids here on the way because it's such an important bill for them. But you're also going to hear from Andrew Williams, who is the president of Oregon Food Bank, on why the food bank is involved. You'll hear from policy advocates, and I think we might even squeeze a legislator in here to talk about why this is important from them. And you'll hear also from more parents and potentially some children on why this bill matters. So please stay tuned. We're going to keep this live stream going for a bit. Let's actually walk to see if the folks are trickling in here. Okay. Let me switch. And again, I'm here at the Oregon State Capitol with snacks, with and kids are going to be trickling in here. You'll see the the swath or the group of kids in green shirts coming up here soon. Um, Oh, I think I see people coming in. If you go into state capitol, you'll first have to go through security, which is where people are coming in through right now. And you'll see the kids coming in. Um, but this is the state capitol. This is open to anybody. And you see people here from different schools, different places here. Again, just advocating and getting to know what their legislators' priorities are and what they're voting on. Again, the one thing I want to emphasize is that the Capitol building is open to all of us, everybody in Oregon. This is our building, and we should come here to advocate and take action. But we have a few people coming in here for the event. We have Allie here. Awesome, awesome. Wave hi, say hi. Sienna as well. You'll hear from Sienna later. Sammy and other folks. But yes, thank you for joining. The kids, oh my gosh, I'm seeing the kids come up here. You will all see the kids come up. And today we'll also be on the Senate side, and we're going to be on the House side as well. As I mentioned previously, we want to visit the legislators, and specifically legislative leadership, so they know how important this is and why our communities need Food for All Oregonians, SB 611, which again, this would create a program similar to SNAP. Oh, hi. Do you want to say hi? Oh, here we have Sammy too. Sammy, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Sammy Tia. I'm a public policy advocate at Oregon Food Bank. And look at these beautiful custom designed lunch bags that we're going to drop off with legislators.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you, Sammy. As you've seen, the people are starting to trickle in here, but the Food for All Oregonians campaign has been active all legislative session. We've had different events here at the Capitol with over 250 people. The group today is a little bit smaller, but I would say still very impactful because we have kids. We have, oh, I see a kid trickling in here. Let me get backside.
What do you think?
Hi.
Right here, I think.
Hi. Do you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Allison. I'm on our fundraising team with my daughter Eleanor.
Hello. Welcome, Elena. Welcome, Allison, to the Capitol. And yeah, there will be other kids trickling in here. Oh, yes. Oh, I don't know if y'all can see that, but there are more kids again. And there are even more people back there. Again, we'll be interviewing families, policy people, we'll be interviewing leaders in different communities. Um, and yes, but thank you all for being here.
Yeah, then I would wait right here.
Okay, we have kids coming in here. Let me show you all that. Um, as y'all can see, there's lots of kids here, lots of families coming up. Because again, we're all I'm walking over to the house side now. Uh, so you all can see what that looks like. Very, very similar hallway as the Senate side. Again, you'll see advocates here. You'll see folks lobbying for different policies. You might run into your legislator here. But yes, 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 this is where folks come to speak to the people that represent them in government. Right now, folks are heading up to the second floor.
Can you hold it for two people, please, please?
To talk to, again, there's a House side, so they're going to be talking to the representatives on here. But we're going to head back to the Senate side, which is where we're going to get started with our stream as soon as the kids and families are in here. Give me 1 second here. Okay, folks, let's get started here. Sienna, do you want to talk to folks here?
Yeah, hey everyone, welcome to our snack in. Welcome to the live stream. We're
Can-
here with kids and it's gonna be a great day.
Can you introduce yourself and say?
Yeah, I'm Sienna. I'm Sienna, I'm she and her pronouns. I'm the lead campaign strategist for the Food for All Oregonians campaign. And we're really here to show legislators that our bill is impacting kiddos who are ages 0 to 6 to expand food access for all folks in Oregon, regardless of citizenship and immigration status. So we're here to make it known that kids need access to food because when kids have access to food, they're well fed, they're nourished, and they want access to food that feels like it. So we're here to
Yes.
show that today.
Thank you, Sienna. And folks, we have, again, parents are starting to trickle in. We have kids here. This is going to be a really, really good event for families and for legislators to see who is going to be impacted by this bill. And, why this is so important. Again, we have people trickling in here from the state capitol. Um, and we're going to head to the Senate side now when we have everybody come through. As you can imagine, we have families here. We have lots of kids. So going through security takes a little bit. But thank you for bearing with us. As I mentioned previously, please share this with your networks, share this with your friends, and let them know that they can take action with Food for All. The live stream is one way, but they can also email their legislators with the links that you'll see in the chat. They can make calls and they can share their story via different platforms. Um, but again, the program will get started shortly. But it's really going to be a really, really good event. You see kids coming in here. There's a lot going on. And all in favor of, again, SB 611, Food for All Oregonians. Yes, yes, yes. And it's really good to see all the energy here. The kids always bring energy. The kids always bring, um, you know, some a lot of different movement and things. So, yeah, welcome again. For those who are just joining us, my name is Ivan. I am your host today of this live stream. If you have been joining us since the beginning, we really appreciate that. But we're here for a snack in. What is a snack in, you ask? Snack in is a form of action that is family friendly. That we want to get our, but we also want to get our point across of why Food for All Oregonians SB 611 matters. So we want legislators to see and hear from people who would be impacted, um, by this bill. We have a few folks here again, and there is a ton of kids right now at the Capitol um, because these are the people who would be impacted. And yeah, we have them here. We have a community leader here, Maria Delgado, who will say a few words in Spanish of why Food for All matters for her. María, ¿nos puede decir por qué está aquí hoy?
Bueno, yo estoy aquí acompañando al Banco de Comida porque creo que es bien importante que pase la 611 para comida para todos y pues porque ahorita traemos pequeños también porque queremos hablar y dejarles claro a los representantes que se necesita, es una prioridad y que necesitamos que toda la gente tenga comida en su mesa.
Okay, muchas gracias, María.
Gracias. Ven.
Okay, that was Maria Delgado, one of our community leaders from Gresham, who has been active throughout this campaign and has a few community members with her who have their kids and would be personally impacted by this. So, again, we are getting together with different community members across the state, with families, to make sure that we pass Food for All and that legislators see and hear who is impacted by this policy and why we need to pass it. I did want to get a close up here of you all so you all can see the different shirts that the kids are wearing. Um, Give me one second. See, you have Food for All logo in the front, and they have a message in the back, which is child hunger is a policy choice. which it absolutely is. And we have the opportunity in Oregon to lead and be and join our neighboring states in California and Washington in passing similar policies that will help our kids get the food that they need to be healthy, to be able to learn, and to thrive. We know that there's a lot going on federally, but we have the opportunity for in Oregon to lead. And now I want to show you all, we are about, yeah, give me one second. We're going into the Senate side. We're in this. Oh,
Baby doll legs hanging out. That's hilarious.
okay.
Oh, yeah.
With people here. Here we are.
Okay, we're here.
Thank you. And now here we are. This is one of the base areas where we'll be and maybe hear from legislators here. But as you can see, there are a bunch of kids here with their Food for All Oregonian shirts supporting it. Um, a lot of different advocates here, um, similar to what we had below. People, kids here with their little lunch packs. Um, and food, because after all, you can't have a snack in without snacks.
Yeah.
Oh,
You want to say? You feeling shy?
okay.
You're feeling shy.
Okay. Thank you. Do you know what you're having for lunch?
I'm eating a turkey sandwich.
Okay, turkey sandwich over here. Do you know what you're having?
I had a
Right, let's sit down for like
taco.
Taco, okay.
your friend.
Do you know? Okay. Okay. Thank you all for being here. Okay.
Oh gosh.
Yes, yes.
I'm sure there's plenty to go around if you need something.
Again, people are here having snacks, getting fed.
I'll give you
'Cause that's what we want. We want to make sure our kids have the food that they need, the food that is culturally relevant to them, to be able to shop in different and be able to shop the food that their family needs.
go. And then we also
And this is a good opportunity for us to mention that for this event, we know we had kids here, so we wanted to make sure we were following the regulations of the Capitol, and we worked with Capitol Security to ensure that safety of our families and kids, and making sure we were in compliance with that. And you see here a gentleman from Capitol Security here talking to kids because we're working with them on this. But yes.
We got more kids showing up.
Here, Freddie, can you show us what you're drawing? Freddie is drawing a.
That looks like a boat.
Oh, he's drawn a bow. Nice. Good job, Freddie.
I don't know. Like, go at first, but like the help is
Water bottle.
Oh, wow.
Because it's very important we let people know SB 611.
Yes.
It's why we're here today.
That is what we're here. Thank you so much, Jackie. Jackie is always prepared. Damon, do you want to say anything with the live stream?
Yeah,
What are we here for today, Dave?
for Food for All Oregonians. Oh, thank you, sir. Yeah, just trying to
And can you tell us who you are?
yeah, David Mojado. I'm a project coordinator with Oregon Food Bank,
Okay, thank you. And where are you from, David?
Crestwell, Oregon.
Crestwell,
Yeah,
Oregon.
happy to be here with everyone.
Okay, and you're a parent yourself, right?
Yeah.
So why can you tell us why this policy is important for you?
Yeah, because pretty much we've any children that's from 0 to 6 is able to access SNAP benefits if they're undocumented. Specifically if they are undocumented, and so we're just trying to extend the SNAP benefits to folks who need them
Okay.
and not have any racist exclusions.
Yes, we definitely need that. Thank you, Damien.
Yeah, I think y'all will probably look at that.
Okay. As I let you all know, we're here in the lobby of the Senate side. You have people walking in, different lobbyists, different advocates, because again, this is a public building for all. We also have kids supporting Food for All, and they're
Yeah, they applied for they reached out to me.
and again, this is just one of the sides that we have. We also have the house side, which we'll walk to a little bit later. But this is what we have. See, kids are eating snacks. We have the office of the Senate President, Rob Wagner, over here. We have the office of the Senate Majority Leader, Casey Jama, over there. And again, our goal today is to let them know why this is important, who is impacted by this, which is children 0 to 6, and why they need to support Food for All. Folks here are getting ready for a picnic. What are we having at this picnic, folks?
We're having fresh fruit. We're having some sandwiches, some cheese quesadillas,
Nice.
and some cookies. Thank you. Got an excited potato.
We have books here. We have people playing with, excuse me, colored pencils, different colors. There's going to be different activities here for the kids to, because, let's be honest here, we're working with kids. We need to keep them entertained. We need to keep them fed. And we're trying to do all of that. Just the normal life of a parent who has a lot to do. And the last thing that parents and kids need to worry about is where their next meal will come from. So that's why we are hoping to pass SB 611, Food for All Oregonians. Another group over here of children and parents eating with the snacks. But folks, I'm actually going to walk over to the other side of the building to see what's going on over there, which is the house side. Okay. So again, there's a group of folks here, and now I'm going to walk over to the other side. I am here live streaming from the Oregon State Capitol, here with Food for All Oregonians, SB 611, with a snack in to ensure that legislators see who would be impacted by this. And as I was mentioning previously, there are two sides in this Capitol. One is the Senate side, which we were just at, and we have another one, which is the House side. Oh, wow. We actually just had mariachi show up here. Oh, okay. But we have mariachi. There's always things here happening at the Capitol. Again, you have advocates, political folks, security here, community members, because again, this is the state capitol. It belongs to all of us who live in the state of Oregon. Um, and this is where we get a chance to talk to our legislators, policymakers on what's important to us and why they should pass the bills that impact our community. Another point that I want to make here is that only part of the Capitol is open. There's actually big construction going on here. Has been going on for a couple of years, and from what I understand, will be going on for a bit more. But so there are parts that are currently closed to the public, but there are also lots of parts like the House and Senate side who are open to everybody still. Now we're going to head up to the second floor of the House side to talk to the people over here in our snack. And here we are. That was fast.
Food for all Oregonians.
Yes, yes, that's it. That's what we're here for. We have representatives here, like I mentioned. Um, do you want to say hi to the people? Okay, this is Representative Leslie Munoz. Oh, here we go. Do you want to say hi to people? We're here with Food for All Oregonians, SB 611.
So much for the work that they do. I'm sad. I'm support 100%. Let me know when I can help. It's so nice to say hi to all.
Thank you so much, Representative Munoz. Hey, Sienna. Sienna's here. We have our kiddos here eating snacks. Can we talk? What are you drinking today? Awesome. Jet, are you eating anything? No, no snacks for Jet. Say cool, cool. What's the car eating? The car is eating apples and bananas. Awesome. Awesome. Good to have y'all. Y'all look great in those shirts. The community members here, different kiddos all along this hallway. Again, our goal today is that our legislators know why this is so important, that the community has showed out, and our kids need food. Oh, Sam. We have here Sam Murillo. Sam, do you want to introduce yourself and let us know who you're here with?
¿Quieres en español o en inglés?
Español. En inglés está bien.
En inglés?
Inglés, yeah.
Yes, my name is Samuel Green. I am a constituent out of Hood River County. Uh, my pronouns are he, him, and it. And I'm here to support Senate Bill 611, Amendment A. Make sure that children and babies like my daughter here have the opportunity to get approved for the SNAP benefits in the near future.
Okay, can you tell us more about who you're here with today?
I'm here with the Oregon Food Bank and my daughter.
Yeah.
And Samantha's 3 years old. She's actually a little American baby, micro preemie, born at 23 weeks. Yeah, she's out here doing her first supporting of a bill. Actually. Yeah.
No, that's really important. And you mentioned that you were from Hood River County. Can you talk more about why this bill would be important to your community out there?
Well, I want to say that our community, especially in the Hood River Valley area, a lot of our folks are Latinos, and posiblemente, with- I'm not obviously talking about everyone, but a lot of our Latino community probably doesn't have documentation, and that this would be a very impactful bill for our folks in the valley.
Okay, yes. And if we have people listening from there, what are some ways that they can participate and get involved with this campaign?
So as far as um, organizing, one of the things that we're doing is a lot of coming to the Capitol and making sure we're promoting Senate Bill 611. Our representative Helfrich hasn't signed on to this bill. Our senator hasn't signed on to this bill on them, but by calling them and asking them to support Senate Bill 611 would be very appreciative. Writing letters and just getting a hold of your local representatives, also city council, Hood River County Commission. Actually, the Hood River County Commission signed on to Food for All Oregonians. The Also the Columbia Gorge School Education District is also signed on to Senate Bill 611. So, and also a lot of different community organizations.
Yes. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Sam. Thank you. Welcome, Samantha. Um, One thing that Sam alluded to is the wide support that this bill has. He mentioned different county commissions, different school boards, but also this bill in Congress has more than 20 legislative sponsors from both parties because we agree that food is not a partisan issue, that our kids and our communities need food to thrive, to be able to do all the things that they need to do to learn at schools and participate in different activities. One thing I wanted to show you all now that we're on this side is we have Speaker of the House, Julie Fahey's office here, and we have some members from our communities here and the area that she represents down there in Lane County. These are her constituents here advocating for SB 611, Food for All Oregonians. Again, we are hoping that the leadership in the legislature um, supports this bill and really prioritizes this. We know that there are a lot of different things that they can fund, but what is more important is there something that's more important than child hunger and making sure that our kids are being fed? Um, we don't know. As we mentioned, child hunger is a policy choice, and we are here to say that, and so they can see all the support that we have. Down on this side, we have the office of House Democratic Leader and the House Majority Office, Ben Bowman, who is actually a big supporter of Food for All. Thank you, Representative Bowman. If you are in his district, give him a shout because he's been a great supporter. Again, kids here running, playing, snacking. If you're a parent, you've been around kids, you know how it is. But it's a really beautiful day out. Susie is eating a sandwich. Susie, do you want to say something?
Uh, Food for all.
Sorry, Susie, caught you mid bite. That's my fault. Okay. Uh, But again, like I mentioned, here at the Oregon State Capitol is a place for anybody and everybody who lives in the state of Oregon to be here, advocate, talk about the issues that are important to them. This is our place, and we are all welcome here, just like we are in Oregon. Thank you. Um, we have one of our great organizers, Janet. Janet, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi everyone. Thanks so much for watching. My name is Janet. I'm from Tillamook out on the coast, and we're here at the state capitol to make sure that our voices are heard, to pass Senate Bill 611, Food for All Oregonians, to ensure that our kiddos 6 and under have access to federal assistance programs like SNAP, regardless of where they were born. So please support by calling your legislature to pass Senate Bill 611, and thanks so much for supporting and joining us.
Janet, can you tell the people a little bit about one thing that we want to mention is like the bipartisan support, and I know you have great relationship with one of our bill sponsors, and can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, definitely. So we have great support and sponsorship from our Senate District 16 Senator Suzanne Weber, who represents Tillamook, Clatsop, and Columbia counties. And she has been phenomenal in supporting our work. She has attended some of our workshops that we've done out in Tillamook, and it's been a great journey to collaborate with Senator Weber to end hunger together, because we can't do it together. And she is on board as an educator of over 30 years. She definitely supports and is so welcoming and likes to support us as much as she's able to. So yeah, we have her support. So thank you so much, Senator Weber, for supporting us.
Yeah. And can you tell a little bit about what this impact would have in your community in Tillamook?
Yes, definitely. So we have a lot of kiddos in our area, a large population, not a whole lot like city wise, but we are hoping to support our kiddos who are still 0 to 6, so for kindergarten, a little bit after kindergarten, just because we are a rural area. Out in the Tillamook coast, we don't have access to as many resources as if we were in a non-rural area. And so we know that prices for food are extremely expensive out on the coast, because we need to get everything out here. And so this bill would support families, because food banks, food pantries are just simply not enough for families.
Thank you so much, Janet. And Janet has done a really great job building those relationships, talking to representatives in her area about this bill. And like she mentioned, she's actually worked with the office of Senator Suzanne Weber, who represents that area, to pass Food for All. And Suzanne Weber is a Republican, but as we mentioned previously, this bill has bipartisan support, including from Suzanne Weber. So yes, and it speaks to just how important this bill is. But yes, thank you. We have another community member here and actually staff member. Nikki, can you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Nikki Segura, and I'm the Language Accessibility Manager at OMP.
And Nikki, why is this bill so important to you as a parent?
It's really important to me because, uh, first of all, as a parent, but I think foremost when before as an educator, it was really important because I saw firsthand um, the need for kiddos to be healthy and to be able to develop properly in their work and in their abilities. As an educator, there was many times where some of my kiddos didn't have meals, and I could tell the difference. And so it's really important for them to develop into the best self that they can be. And as a parent, I have two growing boys, and it's very important that they're fed, that they um, grow healthy, and not just that, but also grow with their foods that are culturally appropriate, and like we can pass that like history to them as well.
Mhm. Okay, thank you so much, Nikki. I know you got to get back to your kiddo. And yeah, this just illustrates the fact you see that kids are here. Uh, uh, their kids are active, right? And that's a good thing. And parents have a lot to deal with. Parents are working. Parents have a lot of different things they have going on. And the last thing a parent needs is to worry about where their kid is going to get the food that they need to survive. So we'll be wrapping this live stream here shortly. We're going to be headed to the Senate side one last time, get some interviews with some of the folks we talked about, like Oregon Food Bank President Andrew Williams and other folks. Oh, we have mariachi in the house. Wait, hold up. Actually, we might have mariachi. So we might actually get this. I think this might be from Representative Leslie Munoz, who might have set this up for a different event, but we are here. So let's hear this beautiful cultural music. Yep, and they're heading that way.
We're really running short on time.
Okay, awesome. And Representative Leslie Munoz, like I mentioned previously, is a great champion for Food for All. A few more minutes of the live stream, folks. Again, we're hoping to get some last interviews with some of the folks on the Senate side, which is where we're walking. But you can see where you can take action. You see what a typical day in the Capitol, or at least an hour of it, looks like. You have all sorts of different community members here. You have advocates, policy folks, um, different people here. Again, the Capitol is for everybody who lives in Oregon, and the legislators are here to represent what our communities need.
So really strive to be equipment. Yeah, that's a great question. So you don't just have to speak to universe. Some of them prefer to.
Oh, and here we have kids from a school that are hoping to speak with their legislators about some issues. Okay. And now we are back with the office here. And we're hoping to interview a few folks. So I am hoping I can find, well, People, yeah, people here. See, the kids are excited. They're eating snacks. This is what we like. Happy kids. Uh, kids. Do you want to say something for the camera?
Kids love food. They need food.
Yes, 100%. Yes, that's good. So here
Never
we
done a live stream before.
never. Well, now you're on there. We have Matt Milching from Oregon Food Bank. Matt, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hey, I'm Matt Newell Ching. I'm the Senior Manager of Public Policy at Oregon Food Bank. And just, it's really a joy to be here this morning. The energy here at the Capitol with the kids, it's a reminder of why this campaign is so important, that we make sure that kids are nourished and set up for a strong foundation in their lives. And like legislators are just starting to walk to the Senate floor right now, and they're going to pass by us. And hopefully it's a reminder for folks as they begin to make really important decisions. We believe that budgets are moral documents. They reflect our ideals, and we can't think of anything that's more important than making sure that kids are fully fed and that they're set up to have better outcomes at school, uh, to live healthier lives, to do well in their careers when they grow up. And that's what this campaign's about.
Matt, can you tell us a little bit about where this bill is and what the next steps for it are?
Yeah, sure thing. So this bill, we're proud to say, is passed out of the Human Services Committee. And so the next step is we're trying to get fully funded. And we know those decisions will be happening in the next month. And so this is today, it's a reminder that this needs to be one of the priorities for the legislature as they consider those funding decisions.
And Matt, I understand you were just in Washington, D.C., and there's a lot happening federally. But what can we do in Oregon to help keep our families fed and keep hunger down?
Yeah, it was quite a contrast being in DC because there's so much coming out of this current administration that is intentionally designed to create chaos, to create fear, frankly, to create cruelty. And we in Oregon can go in a different direction. And I encourage everyone out there, if you're watching this, pick up the phone, call your state representative, just Google Oregon legislature. There's a way that you can find the address of the information for your state representative, a state senator. We call them and tell them that you support Senate Bill 611 to make sure that all kids ages 0 through 6 are able to receive food assistance regardless of their immigration status, because we know that despite the harmful narratives at the federal level, that immigrants make Oregon stronger, immigrants make America stronger. So we really encourage you, and because when legislators get phone calls, that's your way to speak up. That's the way to make sure that your voice is heard. And right now, as those decisions are being made, they're critical. I can tell you, I've got a lot of friends who work in the legislature, and they'll tell you that these calls do make a difference.
Okay, thank you so much, Matt.
Okay, thanks, Yvonne.
And to talk more about actions and calls, we have Tiffany here. Tiffany, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Tiffany Lorraine Beckman. I use she, her pronouns. I'm the digital organizing manager at Oregon Food Bank. If you're watching this live stream, that means you also got an email. There's our bill sponsor, Senator Campos. Thank you, Senator Campos, for sponsoring Food for All Oregonians. Yeah, so thanks for tuning in to the live stream. You should also check your inboxes for a link to email your representative to ask them to pass Food for All Oregonians. You may have also received a text from us this morning with the same link, so please take that action and help us pass Food for All Oregonians. Thanks so much for tuning in.
Tiffany, yes, thank you. Tiffany let you know all the actions. You should be seeing them in the comment section as well. But Tiffany, I know you're a former educator. Can you tell us more about why this is important from that lens and also as a parent?
Totally, yeah. I have a 15-year-old now, but when my child was young, we got both WIC and SNAP benefits. And at the time, I was teaching full time, trying to support my family off of a preschool teacher salary. So if it wasn't for SNAP and WIC, then my family would not have had the food we need. And then it's really important for kids just to have food so that they can grow healthy. Most of the growth of young children, their brains happens within the first 5 years of their life. So we really want to make sure that children are getting the adequate nourishment they need during this vital time of brain growth, because the first 5 years of their life will impact the rest of their life to come. So it's super important that we make sure that kids are getting the nutrition they need.
Thank you so much, Tiffany.
Thank you.
Here we are again. The group here is still kids are eating snacks, they're drawing, they're playing with things. They're just being kids. And that's what we want them to be, right? When kids are nourished, when kids have the things they need to thrive, is when they're at their best. You see kids here. Yeah, this is fun. This is fun. And legislators need to see who would be impacted. Here we have one of the leaders of this movement. Kaden, do you want to say something?
Yeah. Hi, folks. We're really excited to be here today. I think, right now is a really important time. Right now is a really important time for legislators to see, like, the faces of the children that Food for All Oregonians would support. As we know right now, our family members are one detention center away from, really not having stability. And we know that any type of support that we have right now would be important. We have children as small as less than a year, up to 6 years old, and it's really great to have them here. You see the energy of the building changing, and just bringing a lot of light to the space. So that's been really exciting. Hey, Freddie. Yeah, thanks so much for letting me say hi.
Thank you so much. That was Kaden, who is one of the leaders of this movement and somebody that helped put this together. Right now, you have a few of the senators that are representatives, including Senator Sarah Gelsler Bruin, who voted to pass for in the committee, out of committee, and other folks coming in. Now, folks, you'll hear from Oregon Food Bank's president. Andrew, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, everyone. Andrea Williams. I use she, her pronouns. I'm the president of Oregon Food Bank. I'm here with my son, Freddie, and my daughter, Sophia. We are here doing a snack in at the second floor of the Senate side of the Capitol, supporting Food for All Oregonians, Senate Bill 611. That would ensure that kids ages 0 to 6, the ages of my kids, would have access to food no matter their immigration status or where they were born. And so we're here to put a human face on who would be impacted among the senators and the representatives who are deciding the fate of the bill.
Yeah. Thank you, Andrea. Can you tell us a little bit? And as you can see, right, parents have a lot of responsibilities and a lot of things they have to deal with. And the last thing they should have to worry about is where their kids are going to get their next meal. But can you tell us a little bit as a parent why this feels so important, Andrea?
Well, as you can see, I have two little kids, and I know how important it is that they're fed.
Uh-huh.
And we want to make sure that every kid, no matter where they were born, has enough to eat. It's a basic human right. It's essential for their future, their education outcomes, their health outcomes. And I want to make sure that Sophia's, fellow classmates and kids in her generation are healthy and are well fed.
Okay. Thank you so much, Andrea. I'll let you get back to Sophia and Freddie. But as you all can see, the energy here is still high. We have a lot of different people still here snacking, meeting. Again, so our legislators know why this is so important. Um, I'm gonna close this out here, folks. But thank you so much for joining the live stream, for being with us today, and for always taking action on this. We highlighted different ways in the comments and the chats. To email your legislators, to call your legislators, share your stories, different opportunities to get involved. And I'm really excited that you all were here. Again, thank you for joining us. We'll be in touch, and please follow us across our different channels, and see the different ways that you can take action to pass food for all Oregonians. And again, my name is Ivan Hernandez. I'm joining for Oregon Food Bank. And thank you for joining us, because we truly believe that together we can end hunger. And SB 611 is a step in achieving that. We know that things are happening federally that are impacting our families, but in Oregon, we have the opportunity to lead, and set an example for people of what it should look like. And this is one of the bills for that. So again, thank you for joining, and you'll be hearing more from us.